So your system is what? Is it essentially it's like an electronic wall that says if you come into this parameter, this is what's going to happen to you?
I'll say it's an electronic dome. So anyone trying to penetrate that specific dome will result in us taking over that specific drone and landing it in a specific area.
In your control, of course.
In our control.
We're on our way to meet with Shalev Hulio, who's one of the founders of NSO, one of the most cutting-edge cyber companies in the world. These guys are in Herzliya, which is north of Tel Aviv, up on the coast, and they do things that very few other companies in the world are able to do. They work strictly with governments, helping protect the people of those countries against terrorism attacks. These people are sort of the stopgap between terrorism acts and malicious attacks and the people of different countries.
You know, we started in a chicken coop that we renovated, 3 guys. And today in these offices, we have almost 800 employees.
In 10 years?
In 10 years, yeah.
It's quite a growth rate.
It is, very proud of it.
So you have a meeting in a European country, and you come back with this idea of, wait a minute, we might be onto something, and you come to your partners back in Israel, your board members, what do you tell them?
Tell them that we received a request for a law enforcement agency in Europe that basically said that our solution could help them to prevent crime and terror. And they ask if we will be willing to modify this solution for that purposes. And they explained to us that because of the application of the smartphone, that everything is encrypted, the instant messaging and the emails, and everything become encrypted, they can no longer collect intelligence, and they are blind. They can prevent crime, and they can't investigate or prevent terror. And then we're starting to get this request over and over again.
What is the unique thing they saw in the product? What were you doing from a technical standpoint that no one else was doing?
We are a technological company, in essence, that's providing software and solutions to governments, you know, to catch the bad guys. As simple as that.
NSO's flagship product, Pegasus, has been used by governments and law enforcement agencies across the globe to hack encrypted devices, gather intelligence, and stop everything from terrorist attacks to human trafficking. Since then, they've developed many other products, including search and rescue location software and their latest venture, Eclipse, that can stop drones being used to carry out terror attacks.
So, would you like to see the technology?
I'd love to.
Let's go.
So your system is what? Is it essentially it's like an electronic wall that says if you come into this parameter, this is what's going to happen to you?
I'll say it's an electronic dome. So anyone trying to penetrate that specific dome will result in us taking over that specific drone and landing it in a specific area.
In your control, of course.
In our control.
So this is the sort of the motherboard of this entire operation. This is where we are right now.
Right.
And the system's operational.
You see that the system is scanning, so it's constantly monitoring for whatever drone is in the area. And then you can see the predefined no-fly zone, this red perimeter. You can see
here we go.
We have an indication.
Yep.
This indication says found.
This is a live map right now.
This is a live map.
It just crossed the red line.
It just crossed the red line. You can see that it stopped in mid-air.
Oh, there it says it.
Right.
Takeover successful.
Takeover successful.
Now it's locked on it. The operator has no control, and it's just going to come back on its own.
And as you can see, I'm not doing anything, right? The system is doing it automatically.
Here it comes.
Right, that's the drone, and you will see that the drone should land automatically just behind us.
Amazing.
Right, and it just lands. So, now imagine it's a critical facility you want to protect. Any drone flying in the area, you just define the no-fly zone.
Just set the parameter and you don't have to worry about it.
And you can forget about it.
Amazing.
You don't need to operate, you don't need to click anything.
And just like that, it's done.
It's a scary world out there, filled with invisible digital attacks, militarized drones, and many secrets. But Israel is at the forefront of it all. In the process of defending ourselves, we've developed an industry that helps keep individuals, companies, and nations around the world one step ahead of their enemies.
Israel decided that cyber should be one of our main things. So Israel dominates the cyber industry. Israel dominates the cyber war.
We met with a law enforcement that actually told us from all the countries in the world, you understand more than anyone what is to fight terrorists, how to catch suicide bombers. You have a way to help the world be a better place. You know, when they basically put it like that, I had a decision in my mind that we're going to do it.
It's necessity, but it's also the nature of Israel is be able to face new challenges. We are really hard workers. So if we take innovation, hard work, and necessity together, so this is really, really special.
Thank you for joining us as we provide a spiritual insight of what God is doing in Israel and in the Middle East. If you want to learn more about what God is doing in Israel, make sure to visit us on our webpage and follow us on social media. Shalom, and God bless you from Jerusalem.